Good morning, traders. This is Rick Majors here at Opteck.com, and this is our daily market briefing. Now, today is April 14th, a nice sort of sunny Monday. We'll talk about real sunny in a couple of months. It's England. What do you expect? But anyway, we actually have kind of a small day ahead of us. What we're looking at right now is really two important things on the U.S. market: 1:30 p.m. GMT core retail sales and retail sales. Retail sales are consumer-related announcements, so they talk about not as much economic strength, but the ability for the economy to continue the circulation of funds. In other words, from when the purchaser buys a material to when he sells it to a manufacturer, and then the manufacturer then sells it to the retailer sells it to the consumer. All right, if there's bad consumer sentiment, that chain can be broken, and if the retail sales aren't being made, that means businesses aren't making money and the economy can stagger from that. We're looking right now at an increase. Now, we've been disappointed already plenty of times by the U.S., but the last couple of announcements that came out last week were actually staggeringly positive. So we should be looking for a nice return on each one of these. What actually is very interesting right now in the market, and what I wanted to make the point of today's briefing about, is that tensions in Ukraine are starting to get a little bit hot again. We've been seeing gold rise to a 3-week high as, first of all, the federal government of the United States starts to hedge its bets a little bit more in a bullish favor. We're also seeing oil, we're seeing wheat, we're seeing a lot of different commodity type assets going in a bullish direction because of this. Ukraine is, first of all, a major wheat producer. There are very large amounts of gas and oil lines that flow through Ukraine into the rest of Eastern Europe. And other than that, Ukraine and the entire debate of join Russia or join the European Union and the Crimean crisis as well is starting to have a very, very heavy effect on trade. Sanctions on Russia from the EU, Russia stopping trade with places like Ukraine and neighbor nations is going to be having an effect on markets. If that trade stops, that means the supply stops. All right. If the demand remains the same, then we can expect very nice price rises. So be looking to trade calls right now on gold. Be looking to trade it on oil as well, but take the oil for more long term. Remember, the fluctuations on the small patterns can be a little bit difficult to grasp there, especially on oil when it's mainly controlled by speculation right now. But you should be able to see something on the long term there. All right, we have a wonderful week ahead of us coming up. Just take a look. All right, you have Friday is a big holiday, so you're not even going to have to worry about trading then. Basically, throughout everything, we're going to be looking at a banking holiday through the Thursday to Friday. But Wednesday is going to be a pretty long day. You can see they've crammed just about every single announcement they could in there. We have a speech by Bank of Japan, Governor Kuroda. All right, very important right now for the yen to start making some movements in a upward direction. All right, to start reclaiming those losses. The yen is an unstable and very fragile currency right now. All right, about what this guy decides to do in terms of Japan's monetary policy is going to be very, very important to its economic future in the next 5 years. How they're dealing with the nuclear reactors, how they're dealing with the fact that a lot of their automobile manufacturers are massively recalling vehicles. That's going to hurt profits majorly right now, and that's going to have a direct effect on the Japanese economy. We have claimant counts, unemployment rates, we have the BOC monetary. You're going to have too many things here to trade on Wednesday. Tuesday's looking just as bright. We have the monetary policy meeting minutes on the Australian dollar here. Aussie dollar also stronger, more stable economy, but really getting a bit tense over there right now due to the decline of their raw material industry. Now, the German ZEW economic sentiment is looking a little bit less than bright. All right, but Germany has a huge impact on the euro. So we will be seeing a lot of movement from that as well. Now, other than that, today, again, look out for dollars. All right, U.S. dollar is going to be a mover in today's market, especially since you're seeing down at the end of the week, most people are tending on taking a breakout now. So if they're going to be pushing a currency against the dollar, it's going to be today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming in for today's daily market briefing. We'll be here 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. GMT. Feel free to like and subscribe to the video so you can keep watching with us. And guys, happy trading.